Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be sharing with you some potential Battle Breakers heroes that I would like to see added from the Battle Breakers crossover. Now these concepts did take me a while to make and prepare, so I would appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video if you do end up enjoying it. Also, consider subscribing for more Save the World / creative content. Anyways, let's get into the video. So the first concept I have today for you guys is Death Maul. Now this soldier is kind of based around grenades, as all the other Battle Breakers crossover heroes so far have been based around specific abilities, and I kind of want to continue that trend because it means that players that don't get these heroes, if the crossover ever ends, won't be missing out on a whole bunch. It would just be these heroes aren't meant to be meta, is what I'm trying to say. They're not going to be amazing, but hopefully they will be fun. Anyway, so Death Maul's perk is Alpha Strike. Frag grenades stun enemies for 1.6 seconds, and in Commander they stun enemies for 3.2 seconds. He has frag grenades, lefty and righty, and shockwave. Now this will aim to make grenades a little bit better. It will make them have a lot of crowd control, especially when you use it with, I think his name's like Demolisher Jonesy or something, where grenades split off into like mini frag grenade things. I can't remember what the perk's called, but that combined with this would make a really quite fun / interesting build that you for sure might want to run. Now the next hero I have for all you is a hero called Firebrand from Battle Breakers. This hero is a constructor, and his perk, in my opinion, should be something along the lines of this. So I titled it Burning Shield. Going Constructor blocked hits deal 60% of damage for 3 seconds. Now I hope this wouldn't end up being too much like Tank, who is absolutely horrible by the way. I hope it would be at least a little bit better than that. This is just his support perk. His commander perk is actually quite decent. Speaking of his commander perk, let's actually read that out. Going Constructor blocked hits deal 60% of damage for 3 seconds, like before. Additionally, Going Constructor summons a fire sword and shield that deal fire damage and increase knockback. Now, I don't think this would be like super amazing or anything. Increased knockback really isn't something that you generally need in a mission situation, but it might be useful for endurance and Fortnite and all that. The main point is you're going to be summoning a fire sword and shield, which is going to be really cool. It'll be a bit of a new spin for Going Constructor, I think. So that alone might make the build quite nice, especially if you're not running it in like super high level missions. But anyway, let's get on to the next one. So this next hero concept is one I'm very excited to share with you guys. It's one that I definitely like to see in the game, probably the most out of all the ones that I've talked about so far. It's Blue Thunder. Now, Blue Thunder's a soldier, and her standard perk would be lefty and righty chains between 2 enemies. Now this would give quite a bit of crowd control to lefty and righty, which it previously didn't have. Well, it currently doesn't have, because this hero isn't in the game yet, although I'd really like to see it in the game. I know I've mentioned that a couple of times. But her commander perk is lefty and righty chains between 5 enemies. Additionally, lefty and righty deals energy damage. Now I'm not too sure whether this would be overpowered or not. It probably would be, maybe slightly, but I know for sure that it would definitely be fun, and that's what the game's about. It's not about what's, the best or whatever. It's about having fun, really, at the end of the day. Dealing energy damage will allow it to deal more damage against elemental husks. Now, I did think about water damage, but that doesn't really suit her whole theme very well, I don't think, because she is a water hero in Battle Breakers, and I think she's quite a good hero, although I don't have her. But anyway, this build would be very interesting and really fun, I think, as well. So if any of these were to come to the game, this would be the one I'd pick, and it's probably the one going in the thumbnail as well. Anyway, next concept. Now the next concept I have up for you guys, number 4, is Fuma Kataru. Kataru. I don't know how to say it. Something along the lines of Fuma Kataru. Anyway, his perk would be a perk called Death Blossom. By the way, these perks are really easy to come up with the names because they have abilities in Battle Breakers itself which have the names. And as you guys know from my parkour series, if you've watched that, I'm a bit of a professional at coming up with imaginative names, right? Anyway, his perk, Death Blossom, would mean that shurikens now explode in a half-tower radius, dealing 42 base damage. I'm not sure how damage scales properly, so maybe scale it down or up depending on how good this is. I picked kind of an average thing, kind of the same-ish as Razor's Kunai. So then his commander perk is Death Blossom Plus. Shurikens explode in half-tower radius, dealing 74 base damage. That might well be OP, but we'll have to see. Additionally, shurikens home in on targets. Now, this was a concept that I designed before the Vindertech Seeker and Epic Games' demonstration of how badly they can implement homing stuff. So that might not work, unfortunately, but it would still be cool if it did. It would make shurikens very fun, I think. Exploding targets that get hit by shurikens sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Imagine this, right? You chuck a shuriken anywhere, it homes in on a target, and then it explodes in a half-tower radius. That seems pretty good, to me, at least. Anyway, on to the next concept. Now, my final hero is a hero called Viper from Battle Breakers. This person's a soldier, for sure, seeing as in the image he's holding an assault rifle. And I'm not sure why the edge on his cape is cut off a bit. I'm not really sure how to fix that, sorry. Anyway, he has a perk based on grenades. So him and Deathmaul probably won't be both added to the game. It's probably going to be one or the other. I couldn't think of anything else to put with these gas grenades. Frag grenades leave a cloud of poison gas that deals 45% of grenade damage every second for 3 seconds. And then Heartstopper Plus, frag grenades leave a cloud of poison gas that deals 85% of grenade damage dealt every second for 6 seconds. So this might be a little powerful, as have been some of my other heroes, but that's mainly because I don't know how damage scaling works. So this perk would be able to compete with the likes of Keep Out. It would obviously do more damage, and it would be physical rather than energy, which means it would probably deal less damage against elemental husks, which are the main husks you're going to be fighting. This could be useful in trap tunnels, I think. Just put it at the front of your trap tunnels and watch the husks just walk into it, as if it's kind of a replacement gas trap in a way. Especially if you're using as commander and you get that 6-second buff. But anyway, if you use this theoretically with Deathmaul, I'm sure you could come up with an interesting build that stuns them and then takes them out, like with the gas, after you've stunned them. So yeah, that's a possibility. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I definitely enjoyed making all these concepts. I decided to make this video, of course, because I was playing Battle Breakers, and I thought, who else are we going to get for Battle Breakers crossover heroes? And I kind of theorized all these and had a lot of fun doing it. So I do have another 5 heroes that I could do in a separate video if you guys want. I probably will end up doing that at some point. Anyway, enough of that. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.